welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carly. I am a homeschooling mom to 3 boys, ages 11, 9, and 6. And I wanted to hop on today to just show you a book haul that I just got from a used bookstore. I love summer because I'm able to do more like garage sailing and thrifting and check out some used bookstores that I've never been to before. So last week we were traveling about 4 hours from our house, staying overnight. My youngest son was in a fishing derby that he had been invited to be a part of because he was in the hospital for a long time last year. So he qualified through the hospital to do this special charter fishing trip. And he had to pick one adult to go with him, and he picked a family friend of ours that loves to go fishing with him. So that gave me like 4 hours that morning while he was fishing to check out this really cute downtown area, and I stumbled upon this very cute bookstore, and it was all used books. And so I picked up a bunch of different things that we'll either use like throughout the summer, some things that my older 2 boys picked out because they were with me. They weren't on the fishing derby, so they are 11 and 9. And then also just some like resource books and things that I think we'll use from year to year. I've been loving watching like thrift books, you know, like not thrift books online, but like the used bookstores and like secondhand store and garage sailing like hauls of homeschooling books. So I figured why not share what we got? So let's get into it. So the first thing I got is a series. And I never heard of this before, and that's one of the reasons I love going to used bookstores, because you see things that you normally may not see online or, you know, at the library if you're not like seeking it out. So this is the first one in the series, Best Family Ever. And then the second one in the series, Finding Home. And the author is Karen Kingsbury and Tyler Russell. And then the last one is Never Grow Up. So this looks like a really cute series. It's about a family that has to move, and they've got a bunch of kids and how they manage that through like their love for each other and their faith. So it looks like a really nice series, probably a read aloud series. So I got those. And then of course my son, he loves these great illustrated classics. So he picked out Moby Dick. He's been wanting this for a while. And then I picked out this one just because I've been listening to an audio book right now, Honey for the Child's Heart, and it was one of the books that was recommended. And so I thought I'd pick it up. We probably won't do it this summer, but I know at some point I'm going to want to read this with my boys. Roll of Thunder, Hear Me Cry. And then I picked out, my youngest son is 6, and he can read, but he can't read chapter books yet. So he likes me to do chapter books aloud to him, just the 2 of us. And he's really into Geronimo Stilton right now because of all the fun pictures. And so we got The Lost Treasure of the Emerald Eye, Mouse in Space, and The Giant Diamond Robbery. I think he'll like those this summer. We can just sit and snuggle and read them. Oh, we got one more. And this one is Space Mice, so Slurp Monster Showdown. And then another book that I got, which I've actually read with my kids before, but I had checked it out from the library and I wanted to just have a copy for ourselves because I read it 2 years ago when my youngest son was only 4 years old, and so I know I want to read it again as the younger boys get older. So I got Island of the Blue Dolphins. And I love all of these like Newbery Metal and Caldecott Metal books, and the cool thing is a lot of the bookstores now will like have a display with just these types of books, and so they're easier to like find and pick out. And then my oldest son is really into James Patterson books, and he found this, and I had never heard of this series before, The House of Robots. They did have the full set there, but we just got the first one because he wasn't sure. He's like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, so let's just get the first one, and then we can always check the other ones out from the library, or maybe we'll thrift them somewhere else this summer. Let's see. I also got Oliver Twist. I've actually never read this, but I think my kids will like that. Again, one of those junior classic books. And then my youngest son loves this show, and so we picked this out for him. It's like a survival camp, the ultimate all-terrain training manual. I think he'll enjoy just like flipping through this. It's got all sorts of different, you know, interesting facts and survival type things. How to survive an avalanche. Not sure that he'll ever be in one, but maybe, who knows. I also got This Day in History for Kids, and it's 1001 Remarkable Moments and Fascinating Facts. And we do, where we sit around, we actually call it Gather Round, even though it's not like the curriculum from the Gather Round that you may have heard of before. But we do, every morning we read together Bible and some other books and things like that. And so I just thought this would be nice to add to that because it's got every date. So you can go through it throughout the whole year. So we'll probably start this summer, and it just gives a little like bit of history from that day each day. And then I also got these ones. Were really, really pretty, and I'd never seen them before, but I figured I'd try them out. So I got Women in Art, 50 Fearless Creatives Who Inspired the World. And so I got this for us to read, but then I think I'll go ahead and give it to my sister-in-law. She loves anything art, and she has a little girl, and I think she'll enjoy reading it with her. And then the Women in Science, so the same author, the 50 Fearless Pioneers Who Changed the World. We have a lot of these books that are like courageous men and, you know, fearless boys and different things like that, but I don't really have a lot in our collection related to women, and I think it's good that my boys are able to like be exposed to these as well. And then another one that we got was The Wondrous Workings of Planet Earth, which I just thought was really a pretty book. Understanding Our World and Ecosystems. And so it goes through, you know, a lot of different places. And again, there's like each page I think would be something we could do again in our gather round, just one page a day. And it's just a really good resource to have. So I picked that up. And then I ended up finding, which I was super excited about, a bunch of Usborne books. So we love these little encyclopedias. So I got the first encyclopedia of seas and oceans, the first encyclopedia of space, the first encyclopedia of science, the first encyclopedia of our world, the first encyclopedia, Dinosaurs and Prehistoric Life. So those are all Usborne books, and they are all like brand new looking. Like you can't even, it doesn't even look like anybody even opened them up. And that's another thing with used bookstores is you find a lot of things that have barely even been used for like a fraction of the cost of what you would pay if you had to buy them new. And I also find that, nothing against thrift books, like I like them and I definitely use them as a platform, but I find that going to like used bookstores or like thrift stores in general is still cheaper than going through like a used bookstore online, in my experience. And I can see it and make sure that it's in the condition that I want, because sometimes you'll order like online a used item, specifically books that you think it's going to be, you know, in decent condition, and then you get it and it's not, and it's kind of like a big, you know, sad. So it's nice to be able to like flip through the books and know what kind of condition they're in. Another one I got, which I think my 6-year-old will really like, is What is the World Made of? All About Solids, Liquids, and Gases. And it's just a small like picture book, which I thought would be a really good way to like introduce him into those things. And then I got this one. My oldest son really wanted this one. It's The Elements. So it's a visual exploration of every known atom in the universe. And it's got really nice detailing and colorful pictures. So I think we're really going to end up using this, especially as the boys get older and we get more into that type of thing. And then the last two things I got, my son is really into learning about the different wars, and we had already had these for World War I and World War II, and he was excited to find these. And so I love anything DK, especially, again, look, it's like brand new looking, is the Civil War DK Eyewitness, and then the American Revolution DK Eyewitness. And he will take these books and just sit down by himself and like flip through them and read them and get lost in them. And so that's just something that he'll enjoy reading on his own, and we wouldn't even have to tie it into a curriculum for him to enjoy those books. So that is my used bookstore haul. I think I got a lot of really good stuff, and the best part about it was, so all of those books, I didn't even count up how many there were, but there was a lot of them, came to a grand total of $39.75. So this is me telling you, if you have time this summer, you have a little break from your major, bigger curriculum, go thrifting with your kids. They'll love it. Check out some used bookstores. They're usually locally owned too, so you're able to give back to the community and purchase things locally. And they're so much fun to dig through. It's always a treasure hunt, and you always come home with really fun things. And a lot of books, like DK and Usborne and things that if you were to buy these all new, you would have spent hundreds of dollars. So check out your local bookstores. I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe I gave you some ideas on what to hunt for, and thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.